Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, and by my side is Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to 2K Sports. The NBA season wrapping up, and you can just feel the anticipation for the playoffs. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. Great to have you with us, everybody. Live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Harlan. And the starting group for the Spurs. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot.
You know, I get the feeling that Tim Duncan would make a mean poker player. With his reluctance to display emotion on the court, it's pretty clear when he's on the court, the big fundamental is all business.
Now Parker, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Duncan with the bucket.
They get the first bucket of the game there.
And I think it's going to be a good one.
Now Curry. On the wing, Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And you talk about Duncan's reserved demeanor, snubbed from the All-Star game last season, but you never hear him complain. That's just not how he does things.
They double him with Green. Splitter kicks to Duncan. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And for Duncan, as respected Clark as he is, you wonder if he's gotten the recognition that he truly deserves.
Well, it's like a lot of things, Kevin. Sometimes you don't truly appreciate it until it's gone. But he's one of the 10 best players of all time in my book. Consistency, high-level performance, championships, every measure you use to evaluate him makes him one of the 10 best to play.
And Parker drops them both.
Well, you talk about the elite point guards in the NBA. A lot of times Tony Parker's name gets overlooked. Something about playing in San Antonio seems to keep you off the radar. But make no mistake, Parker is a true star and, most importantly, a proven winner.
And here is Parker after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Knocked loose. And here we go with Thompson running it off the court. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Parker against Curry. It's rebounded by Golden State. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
And Parker, here we go. Thompson with it. Iguodala, wide open.
My goodness.
Beats the bucket.
Wow.
Oh, a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How did he get that to go down?
A nice release and some good concentration as well, but the biggest thing about that, a whole lot of luck.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Iguodala and Lee at the forwards. Curry is out there with Livingston, and it's Green in at the center. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
Andre Iguodala got off to a hot start last season. He shot 45% from long range through the first 2 months of the season. But after a hamstring injury, his percentages and his aggressiveness all seem to tail off.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, gentlemen, Tim Duncan's such a huge part of this Spurs team on and off the court. As Coach Pop put it, he's a consummate pro. He takes great pride in fulfilling his responsibility to his teammates. He feels it very strongly. He sets the tone for the whole team. He's done it from the beginning, and people fall in line. Kevin, what a luxury.
A great player and great leader. Thanks, Doris. And Steve, for Iguodala, the perfect example of a player who doesn't have to score to help his team win. He does so many other things.
He does, Kevin. He's an excellent defender. He runs the floor. He handles the ball. He's a good passer. And a pretty solid three-point shooter as well. Not a volume three-point shooter, but he will make selective threes. And so all in all, Iguodala, an excellent play.
Here's Bellinelli. Another shot. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Mills.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Livingston passes to Bogut. From outside the arc. Count that one. That's now 8 points for Andre Iguodala.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for David Lee. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now here's Duncan. Parker outside. Duncan with the screen for Green. 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Here's the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Warriors lead by 10.
Coach, you're going to...
And now the third quarter about to get going.
The Spurs have to improve their approach against Iguodala.
He's got 8 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing. The Warriors, one of the top defensive teams in the league the last couple of seasons, and the improvement coincided with a change in defensive strategy. They're sending pick and rolls down towards the sideline. They've got bigs. Andrew Bogut can really protect the rim. So they're doing what coaches call shrinking the floor, and it's been very effective for them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for San Antonio. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter, and it's Parker in at the 1. And downing a pick and roll. Basically, a guard gives the ball handler a lane towards the basket, but prevents them from using the screen.
I like your basketball knowledge and acumen.
See, I've been listening to you.
That's exactly right. The big man sits back around the free throw line and deny penetration. It's a strategy that basically concedes the deep 2, another indication of where analytics coming into play in terms of strategy.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points. And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Moving it up. And Thompson sends it back.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would, too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one, too.
One-on-one here. Here's Green. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
Yeah, you got to love the energy they're bringing. As soon as they got their hands on the ball, everybody got out and ran.
Here's Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Spurs trail by 7. Parker dishes to Splitter. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Andre Iguodala on a roll.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. And Parker, here we go. And the shot is good. Parker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, man, they needed a run to get back into this game, and they got it.
And a good one, defensively and offensively. It's been a terrific stretch for them.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
It's Lee and Bogut inside. Barbosa is out there with Livingston, and it's Holiday in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. It's stolen.
And that passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat to get that steal.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities, that's what it's all about. Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Flawless trip to the free throw line that time, and that gap just got a little narrower.
Livingston kicks to Barbosa. Stolen by Ginobili. Here's Mills, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I thought we might see a little defensive adjustment at halftime, but the fast break continues to be effective.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Outside Holiday. Shoots the 3. Shot no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Mills passes to Ginobili. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And that's a shot you can't pass up. He should knock that down.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Duncan kicks to Parker. Thompson with the rebound.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face. Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Parker with the drive. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd, Clark.
You know, that's exactly what you got to do. Take them out of the equation. Make those fans be quiet.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clocked. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. And the Warriors lead by 8.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Mills for 3. Green with the rebound. And here is Iguodala. Thompson for 3. Offline. So we see...
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with